Hello and welcome back to episode number 7 of the Red Revival. Thanks very much for all the support so far and for anyone that's subscribed and liked any of the videos. Managed to sort out some of the lagging in the last video, so hopefully that doesn't continue going forward. We're back now for Aberdeen versus Ross County, but before we go ahead with that, let's catch up on some news and what's happened in other fixtures prior to this one. So we start off with news of a player sale. Al Khalij have completed the signing of Dante Polvara for £89,000. Didn't exactly break the bank selling Polvara, but we didn't really have a space for him in the team. He's a decent enough midfielder, but not good enough for what we're hoping for going forward, and certainly not good enough compared to the squad we have just now. So didn't play too many games, gives us a little bit of money, as I said, not very much, but I think it's a good sale for us. We then came up against Hibs at Pittodrie, and we recorded a 7-1 win in this game. Statistically, we were dominant as well. Looking at the players there, Sockler got a hat-trick. So looking at the goals, O'Hara got sent off for Hibs while it was still 0-0. That was quite late in the first half. Nielsen opened the scoring with Sockler getting the second. Hibs then pulled one back on the 50th minute. And then we ran riot with Clarkson, Sockler again, McGrath and Ambrose finishing off the scoring. Hibs then got another player sent off. Statistics wise, we had a 6.69 XG, so we only just got above that. Created 10 clear-cut chances, so it could have been even more in this game. Possession we dominated as well. We then had to have a conversation with Duke as Celtic had put in quite a shady loan offer. 3 million, I think it was, up front, and 4 million down the line after the signing at the end of the season. So Duke wants to leave to play in the Champions League. Previously told him I can promise that he can get the Champions League given where we are in the league just now, but he doesn't think it's likely to qualify and wants to join Celtic in case they decide to try and find another target. So we kind of need to decide now what we want to say to him. Said it's not realistic just now, but wait and see what we can do with our young players. And he still wants to go. So I think really we've got no choice here. We either keep Duke unhappy or we agree to let him go. And he's going to let us try and set an asking price for him. He's currently rated about 8 million at the moment. And that asking price, 23 million, nobody's going to pay that, let's be honest. So try 31, he's not happy with that. Try putting up to 29, not happy with that. So we'll need to take what he decides here, 25.5. Can't see anyone paying that. If anyone does, I'd be perfectly happy to let him go for 25.5 million. Forgot to record at the end of the game for this one. So this was the Greenock Morton game at home in the Cup. We won 3-0. Goals came from Sockler in the 28th minute and Biswayan got a double. So that puts us through to the 5th round. We're still awaiting the draw for that. But the team performed well in the game and we move on to the next. Shortly after we got the draw for the 5th round of the Scottish Cup, we're at home against Motherwell. Not really too frightening of a fixture considering we beat them 11-1 in one of the previous videos and they're currently sitting bottom of the table as well. In terms of the other fixtures, nothing really jumps out. Celtic have got a good draw against Dunfermline, Rangers are away to Alloa if they beat Cali Thistle. And just the one final game to catch you up on before we play Ross County. It was a 4-1 away win against Kilmarnock. Performed pretty well again in this game. Goals came from Vassell to kick things off for Kilmarnock and by equalised, Wilson got his 2-1 up. Guy then made it 3-1 and Sockler wrapped up the scoring to make it 4-1. Stats wise we performed far better than Kilmarnock and deserved the win in my view. Possession wise we were better as well. And just a few hours before we play Ross County we welcome another new signing to the club. We snapped up Ecuadorian defender Luis Segovia on a free transfer. His contract previously expired in Brazil. Have a quick look at him here just now. So he's rated just as good as the other centre backs that we've got in the club. So provides competition. He's got great strength. Kind of really sound all round physically. Positioning, tackling, passing, pretty good. Marking and heading could be a little bit better, as could anticipation. But everything else looks really good for him. He's got good valuation. He's left-footed as well. Can play at left back if we really need him to. I think he's a good signing. Now that we're caught up, that brings us back to the Ross County game. So we play Ross County at home at Pittodrie. Rangers have got Motherwell, so it should be a nice easy game for them today. We'll go on to the team selection for this game. So in goals we're going to be starting with Rico, Fredericks at right back, Swoboda and Segovia making his debut today at centre back, Williams at left back, Shinnie in defensive midfield, Morris on the right wing, McGrath in centre mid, Biswayan in left wing, and Ambrose will partner Sockler up front. Made quite a lot of changes for this game compared to our normal kind of best starting 11. The reason being is we do have Celtic up next, and I'd rather have my strongest 11 available for them. Segovia's got the number 26. Always reminds me of John Terry. And we'll just get into the dressing room just now. Again, we'll tell the side that they're doing well, and just to continue what they're doing. Still in pretty good form and in good shape in terms of the league. We'll see the match preview. Again, we're starting with our usual 4-4-2. We've won our last 4 games and drawn the one prior to that. And Ross County came into this with just 1 loss in their last 5. They also play a 4-4-2 today, so they'll be looking to try and cancel us out by the looks of things. See if they can handle our tactic today. So we're underway. We've got a highlight here in the 3rd minute. Morris running down the right. Plays it into McGrath. Gets another bite at it but loses it again. Now got Shinnie in the ball, playing it back to Svoboda. Some patient build up here for us. Ross County do look to be harassing us a little bit in the middle of the pitch though. We might need to try and drag them out wide. We've got Fredericks out on the right here, down to Morris. Plays a good ball through to McGrath. And I don't know how that's not went in. We had 2 bites at the cherry there, didn't get anything out of it. Fredericks in. And Sockler's put it in at the back post. So that was quite an impressive run of play there for us, with 3 chances in very quick succession. Well, for some reason it's only counting 1 of them as a shot. Unsure why, I'm pretty sure there was 3 in there, but okay. So we move on, coming up to the first 15 minutes, into the 14th minute then just now, and we've got another highlight with the 1-0 lead intact. See if we can keep it that way. County play the ball up. We've regained possession. Morris running through it. Hits a shot from distance but puts it over the bar. It's a good run from Morris though. Positive play from him. And we've got another highlight here in the 17th minute with Biswayan cutting inside in that inverted winger role. Is it through to McGrath, who plays it through for Sockler. And that's a good save there from Laidlaw, the Ross County keeper. Keeps him in the game. But we do have a corner for McGrath to take it. Swings it in, and it went to the back post there to Sockler, and end up just put it over. So game's ticking on a little bit now into the 25th minute. Ross County haven't really been threatening in any way whatsoever. They don't have any shots at all as of yet against us. But at 1-0 it's still a little bit worrying, so I'd be wanting the side to grab another goal at least before half time if possible, given that we have been dominating. County now have a highlight of their own. Swing in a free kick. Svoboda might be able to counter here. Our big centre back bombing forward. Ambrose out to Morris out on the right. He skipped past his man. And he swung it in for Ambrose to tuck it into the near post. Not really any chance for Laidlaw. Ambrose was about 2 or 3 yards out there, so we're 2-0 up. Approaching half time. Again, we've really restricted County. They've not really been much of a threat whatsoever today. And we'll get ourselves into the dressing room, tell the side that they can do even better. And I think that's kind of the logical thing to say. We're 2-0 up, but I think our plays probably merited more goals. So we'll give them encouragement to hopefully kick on, get another goal or 2, just kind of wrap the game up. You can see the Rangers are 2-0 up against Motherwell. Danilo's got both of those goals. Matondo's picked up an injury, so I'm just commenting on that game because nothing's really happening in this one for us at the moment. So coming up to kind of 65th minute, normally around about this sort of stage I'd be looking to make some substitutes. Is around about this sort of area. I like to bring players on when they have a good kind of 15-20 minutes to do something. So we'll bring Williams off for Esbrand. I think might not make too many more to be fair in this game, but bring Danny Wilson on today. Put Segovia into the ball playing defender role, he's a bit more suited to it. In terms of the bench, it's all of our starting players on the bench I'm trying to rest, so I'm just going to leave them off for this game, and we'll just maybe see out with what we've got in the park already, get some extra minutes into the legs for the guys that are mainly second choice. Now Ross County have a corner now in the 82nd minute. swung it over, and a couple of good saves there from Rico. Another corner for County, applying a little bit of pressure here late in the game, and they've got a goal back through Jordan White. That's not great for us. So we've been very much in command of this game. We're approaching the latter stages of it now, with County in with a real chance of getting something. And we've got a highlight in the very last minute of injury time. Hopefully we can nick the ball back and just keep it, but that's just really an absolutely desperate clearance by the looks of things, so County must be putting us under a little bit of pressure. But we nicked the ball back in midfield. Sockler plays it out wide to Morris, who gets here before the left back, swings it across, and Ambrose wraps it up for us, thankfully. No less than our plays deserved, I think, this game to get the 3-1 win. Ambrose has done well for us despite being quite young, probably a little bit less off in terms of ability to the rest of the strikers, but he's been chipping in with the goals. We've seen stat wise there, we pretty much dominated the full game. 3-1 is no less than what we deserve. To tell everyone, nice work just to keep the morale going. So again, that's a good result for us, keeps us 13 points clear at the top of the table. Celtic do have a game in hand over Rangers, so they can cut that gap down. Yep, we're doing pretty well at the moment. What we'll do is we'll probably look to come back for deadline day, see if anything else happens in respect to transfers coming in or going out. So we welcome in another new signing. It's a few days before transfer deadline day, but we've signed Norwegian winger Rafik Zeknini on a free transfer. His contract had expired from Sarpsborg, so we can get a wee look at Zeknini. He can play on the left wing as the inverted winger. He's right footed, so he should do very well in that position. Should provide plenty of good competition there for Topi Keskinen. He's a similar type of player, similarly rated. Silva can also play there. Yeah, he's quite quick, good agility as well, good flair, kind of good work rate, good dribbling and crossing, first touch, passing and technique's okay as well, and he's 3-star current ability. So I think he can be a useful addition to the squad. Now we're on to transfer deadline day. Just a kind of FYI, we don't have a great deal of money, so I don't expect too much business to be done today. We'll have a look at who we're linked with at the moment. So we are linked with Stuart Armstrong. Does look good for the central midfield position, but he's 32 and I don't think we really need to provide any more depth there. Ryan Fraser is really the interesting one. We've actually got a bid in for him already. Of course, he is a former player of Aberdeen, but I'll be looking for him to provide competition on the right wing for Silva, and I think he's slightly better than Shaden Morris, but we can see there the budget's not great for us. I think this will probably be the only player that we can look to bring in. Palaversa's linked with a move away, but he's been trying to get a move away for a while and no one's came in for him. So I'll have a look in at the inbox, see if there's anything interesting coming in here. Got a loan approach for McGarry. McGarry wants to leave and I can't really find any time for him to play, so let him go if he wants to go. Sockler, player of the month, 5 goals in his last 3 games. And I've managed to get manager of the month this month. Dave Cormack was happy with that. We move down now to the final 13 hours of deadline day. Again, quite often just ignore the media stuff. Again, we're still not great in terms of scouting. These are all kind of foreign players and we don't really have the budget to scout abroad at the moment, so don't really know much about them, so there's not a great deal really looking at these guys that are getting recommended. So McGarry's rejected Dundee, but we have brought in Ryan Fraser. Don't really know what else we can do with McGarry. Just need to try and get rid of him because he's just taken up a slot that a slot in the squad that's just we don't need to have him there. Really, so by confirmation then, Ryan Fraser has come in. We'll get a quick look at him here again. He can play in both wings. He probably played more so in the right wing. So that's where I'll look to train him just now. He's not going to get much better. He is 30 years old. He's not going to get a great deal better, but last opportunity to welcome him to the club just now. He will provide some really good cover there in the right wing. So we've got an offer in here for McGarry. I don't even mind paying £1,000 per week of his wage. We're saving £1,500 per week by getting rid of him. Hopefully he goes. Yeah, I think we're just kind of speeding through the transfer deadline day. Main reason, as I said, we don't really have a budget at the moment to play around with to try and sign anyone to bolster the squad any further. And I think we've actually had quite a good January window. Seen Segovia coming in, Zeknini and Ryan Fraser so far, so I think we've had quite a good window. Has been no further bids for Duke either, which has been ideal, so we get to keep hold of him by the looks of things. Just an update as well on, so Celtic are looking to go for him, don't know enough about him, assuming he's good. Just to give an update on the board takeover, it didn't go ahead, so we still have Dave Cormack leading the club as chairman, and they're now saying here Ryan Fraser's a panic buy. The fact that he's worth over $6.5 million is, to me, means that he's quite a good signing for us. Even if he doesn't play that well, we should be able to get some money in for him. But that's the end of the deadline. So we've only brought in Ryan Fraser there, but again, we've got Zeknini and Segovia, so it's been a good window, and we'll see the game against Celtic next. And so now on to the final game for the video. It's the game against Celtic, which will take place at Pittodrie. So we'll get a wee look now at the starting lineup for the game. So Rico's going to start in goals with Devlin at right back, Mbai and Segovia in defence, and Wilson Esbrand will be playing left back today. Help Nielsen in defensive midfield with Clarkson in central midfield. They have a good link. Silva on the right wing, links up well with Devlin now, and Keskinen on the left wing. And up front it'll be Guy partnering Duke. They both have a good partnership, so we'll look to get the team submitted now. You can see Rangers also have a game today, so we can keep an eye on that if need be. New squad numbers in for Zeknini and Ryan Fraser, potentially making their debuts today. And we'll tell the squad once again, just continue doing what you're doing because we're doing very well. So in the match preview, again, we've won our last 5 games with our 4-4-2. I've accidentally skipped past the Celtic one, but we can see there they're playing a 4-2-3-1. So there's a highlight early on in the game for Celtic. Unas swings it in. Taylor absolutely blasts it past Sergio Rico. I don't think there's much he could do about that, but very disappointing start for us. It seemed to be doing this quite a lot. We just lose concentration early in games and concede early goals. Rangers game doesn't kick off until 2:30, so we might not see anything in the way of updates for that, but disappointing start from us so far. We've not even had a shot on target as of yet. Celtic seem to be really taking control of the game. But we've got a highlight here in the 20th minute. See if there's anything we can do with this. Devlin plays it down right to Clarkson, plays it across to Duke, who's hit the post. He's been offside anyway. And Duke's been burying them most of the season. He's been in tremendous form for us. Just think he's had his head turned a little bit with that Celtic bid. But we've got a Wilson Esbrand corner to come in here. Swings it in and it goes over the top of the bar from Devlin. Not really a player I would associate with getting on the end of corners, considering who we've got. We've got Celtic highlight here. Clarkson cuts that one out and it's cleared by the keeper, but only as far as Scales. Celtic now trying to cut the play down the left with Taylor and Fornals. McGregor plays it over to Dyson Maida and it's played in to Kyogo, but it's okay, it's offside, thankfully. So yeah, Celtic are looking very dangerous today. It looks as though their backline's got a good rating as well at the moment, and they try and play it out from the back here. They're playing pretty well actually, cutting through our side well, but Hout Nielsen's managed to nick the ball back, and we've got it now with Devlin down the right. Still playing around here at the back a little bit, just waiting for some space I think to open up, but we've lost possession. Celtic play it all the way back to Schmeichel. So I don't really know where this highlight's going to go. Hopefully it's one for us, and we've just nicked the ball there with Keskinen. It's cut inside. Shot wasn't the best, but we've got a corner out of it. A save from Schmeichel there. The corner's going to be taken by Clarkson. Nothing comes of it. So we've been pretty good from set pieces this season. Get 2 big guys normally up for the corners from centre back. Got another highlight here for Celtic, and it's Johnston takes a shot from distance, but it goes over the top and out for a goal kick. So it's half time, a little bit disappointing. We've not had a single shot on target as of yet. Celtic have only had the one shot on target. Classic football manager things where your opposition always score that one shot against you. But yeah, Tilly team are unhappy here just now. Hopefully get a reaction for the second half. Duke's not really playing too well today. Again, I think his mind's been cast elsewhere. Got a corner swung in there again. It's back out to Clarkson. That's a really good finish there from Clarkson. Brilliant to get us back to one each. Nice wee curler into the far post. Schmeichel just couldn't reach it. We're back to 1-1. A lot more content with that than what we were 1-0 down anyway. Hopefully we can keep the gap to Celtic. So we're coming forward here. We've got Devlin on the right into Silva. Again, the two of them do link up pretty well together. We've lost possession. Let's see if Celtic can make anything out of it. They're coming forward. That's a really good ball through to Fornals. It's kind of split our midfield open there a little bit. That's a good ball over to Kyogo. That's brilliant defending by Wilson Esbrand. The defence is looking fairly decent again today. I think we've had more of the match momentum, so it was shown there. But we've managed to win possession with Duke. Get Silva coming down the right. Plays that across the guy. Silva, he's hit the post. That was a real chance for us there. Celtic now trying to break. If he can find the man in the middle, Maida, then we're in real trouble. That's good covering from Mbai coming over to the right wing position there. Get the tackle in. Celtic continue on with the highlight. Fornals into Kyogo, who's put it in for Celtic, so it's 2-1 to Celtic. So match momentum seems to have swung a little bit in their favour. Quite a well worked goal for them, but I'll look and make a couple of subs here. I think Duke's struggling a little bit. We'll bring on player of the month, Sokla. And we'll bring Keskinen off, who's struggling a bit as well, and give Seknini his debut today. Silva's on a booking, struggling a bit, so Ryan Fraser can make his debut off the bench as well today. I don't know if there's anyone else I think can make a huge difference. Wilson Esbrand's not playing particularly well, so we'll get Brandon Williams on. See if these substitutes can make a bit of a difference for us. At the 65th minute, another highlight here. Goal kick from Celtic. And we're absolutely harassing the life out of them when they're taking short kickouts. Proved fruitful at times, and it nearly did there. Guy should have done better with that. It was poor play from Celtic at the back, but Schmeichel really got them out of trouble there. We've got Fraser to take the corner. He swings it in, but doesn't look as though it's coming to anything. And Clarkson with a really wild effort from the edge of the box over the bar. So yeah, pretty disappointed at the moment. It's 2-1 deficit just now. I think we've had the better of the game for the vast majority. The match momentum's just popped up there to tell us the same thing. We've got another highlight here, 75th minute. Williams down the left, swung it in for Guy, and Guy's got the equaliser. But the ref's going to be checking VAR and see what that's going to say for us. George Calder's consulting with them, and it's been awarded, so we're back to 2-2. But an immediate highlight for Celtic, but it's broken here for Fraser. He has lost it just inside our half. Celtic now try to be patient, build up, try and break us down if they can. Again, still just playing the ball around a little bit. See if we can try and nick something off them, and we have done. Williams has nicked the ball back. Down the left, plays it in, and Guy just puts it over the bar. Fortunately for us. So we'll look to make our final sub here. We'll bring Ryan Fredericks on for Devlin. See if we can see this game out. A 2-2 draw is not the worst thing for us here. Again, it means that Celtic don't pull any points back on us, but it would be nice to try and get a few points further clear. Celtic are really coming at us here just now. Una's a cross and Kyogo's got a late goal for Celtic. Very like them to score late in the game. Again, our concentration, but it's been disallowed. VAR's disallowed it. Una's was offside. Very fortunate for us. We're into the very last stages of injury time and it's finished 2-2. Again, not the worst result. We probably could have got something more out of the game, I think, looking at the statistics. Celtic scored with their only 2 shots on target today, so quite disappointing performance from Rico. Couldn't save anything. They did have the better of the possession, but it doesn't look as though they've really created. I don't know where the 4 clear-cut chances came from. They must just have been really poor at finishing today, but tell them anyway, we're not happy. So a wee bit disappointed with the result. Everyone seems to have reacted quite well for that. Duke had a terrible performance today. Hopefully he gets his head back in the game. Yeah, looking at the league table, we retain that 11-point lead over Celtic. Rangers have a game in hand to go level with Celtic, and that's the game that comes later today against Kilmarnock. So we'll continue on just now, and then we'll get a quick look at the schedule, just to see kind of where we're going to be looking to come back for the next episode of the series. You can see there, Williams rescues Aberdeen. Not the best result, but we'll certainly take it. McGarry's now on his way out to Stabayek. So yeah, looking at the schedule, we've got the 5th round of the Cup up against Motherwell. I'll probably not show that one on camera, but I think if we get through that tie, we could maybe play the next round of the Cup, possibly. I think looking at the fixtures, probably the one that looks kind of most interesting in this list is really the away game against Rangers. I'm mindful I've already shown Rangers and Dundee United videos twice already, so might skip the Dundee United part of it, maybe come back St Johnstone Rangers, or depending on who we get in the Cup, if we get through, play that game there along with the Rangers game at Ibrox. So yeah, I think we'll probably look then to get the video wrapped up just now. If we look at the Dev Centre, just to remind you about the youth candidate, youth intakes, we'll look to change that further on if we do have the comments in. But yeah, again, thank you again for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share and comment. Thanks again.